What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Minion Simulator, where today we're going to be talking about random stuff here, guys. First of all, the leaderboard pets, the new countdown, also something about the Huginator, a lightning huge, which is basically the newest lightning huge, and a Titanic. Here we go. First of all is the leaderboard pets. They are awesome and beautiful, and the thing about that is we get a chance to have them in less than 4 days. How awesome is that? And the reason why this happened is because one of the staff members got sick and everything was delayed. Everything. I'm not even talking about just leaderboard pets, the update, the Huginator. There's a lot of stuff that got delayed. So what the devs decided to do is get everything out there and not fall far behind. And this is why it's only 4 days until the leaderboard's over with. I would suggest getting those pickaxes rolling, guys, as soon as possible. Guys, this machine is one of the best things to happen in game, and because of it, the exclusives, whether it is something that's really cheap from an event or maybe something from the old Roblox chests, it doesn't matter. They're being sold for something like 1 to 2 million each of them. So imagine the buddy pets, they raise up in value. The buddy 2, it's up in value right now. Buddy 3 as well, and it's all because of this machine. So if you do get a chance to buy any exclusives less than 1 million, take that chance, because each of these chests are currently being sold between 170 up to 200 million gold, and even though it's still new, it's not going down anytime soon. Another interesting fact about this chest is that the doctor is actually the one in this chest that has the lowest value. It is currently being sold for around 90 million to 95 million, whereas the cowboy, which is supposed to be the worst one, is sold for more. So if you do have one of these huge doctor minions, I highly recommend to go and find someone in the trading plaza willing to trade even their cowboy. You would want to have a cowboy instead of a doctor. That's like a 15 to 20 million gold value right now, and the doctor has the lowest demand. No one even wants to buy it, so be careful. Now on to one of the best looking lightning pets I've ever seen in this game. First of all, this boss minion, from the get-go, it looks good. It has like glitch particles in the back. It has a lot more than you would expect from a free-to-play huge or basically a boss minion. But this one has a value of 4 billion. The thing about these pets, they shouldn't be worth this much, but because one person is willing to pay for them, that's why they're so valuable. And they aren't worth 5 billion. They used to be worth 5 billion, but only if you have an exclusive. For example, the huge Thunderbird is one of the exclusive huges that you can get from a Robux chest, and that one, the lightning version of that, was sold for 4.2 billion. That's worth it. The huge Newt was sold for 4.5, I believe, something like that. That's worth it. This is a free-to-play huge. You just don't know if another one's gonna exist. But these are definitely not worth 4 billion. They should be worth 3 billion to 3.5. That's the maximum you should go, but not more than that. But this is the case right now, and this is the huge virus as a lightning compared to my one, which is a dragon mask lightning. So lucky that I got that myself instead of having to pay for it. But the person who has that huge virus has a lot of lightning huges. I don't know exactly how many, because the thing is, if I do ask that question, that puts them at a disadvantage, because that team keeps on getting number 1 on the leaderboard, and no one, not even me, no one should know what they have in their inventory, and that's the way it should be. Now here are the stats for this. This is the huge virus. The enchants, they just don't matter at all, and as you guys can see, you can't index these lightnings. They are all part of the same ones that you keep on getting, but it's only like a variant within the thing. You can't index it alone. It's just the way it is. But if you do stumble across something that maybe is a golden huge or a rainbow huge, then those can be indexed. Those are separate among the other ones, the normal versions, but not these ones. These are just variants of the same huge, and this one looks awesome. I think, like, looking at it, an electrifying computer, retro computer. How awesome is that to even see? Definitely one of the most interesting lightning huges so far in the game. Now guys, let's take a moment to just let this sink in. My account, my super cursed account, hatched one of the rarest pets in the game, and only 4 chests. I mean, the picture, the thing in front of you doesn't lie. Because of how cursed this account is to me, I never even bother recording when I hatch stuff. In fact, the only reason why I did hatch is because I just needed 6 or 7 more points to go and get some buddy pets. And as I was hatching, as they were hatching, I was like, come on, just at least a huge. At least a huge to make me happy. But when this popped up in front of me, I just didn't know what to do. I kept on screenshotting a few times because I wasn't recording. Yes, it would have been awesome to record, but Who would expect this to happen? And the thing is, although I'm really happy to get it, really thankful, grateful to actually have one of these, I also wish that it could be in the future, maybe, just maybe, it could be a bit easier to get so more people can be as excited as I am. Because this is something you would want to have in your inventory. And if you're hatching one of these exclusive chests or a few of them, I really wish you guys the best of luck. When I got this, my notifications kept on going. Thank you so much to everyone in the Discord community that were positive and were really happy for me to get this. I'm happy to get it as well. And I do have one hater, but that's fine. You know, that's fine. You can't please everyone. You have to keep that in mind. But if someone gets on your nerves and someone tries to get you in trouble, even though you're innocent, even though you know you're innocent, ignore them. Ignore them. I promise you. I promise you, keep this like a lesson for life. I promise you, if you ignore the haters and not give them any attention, that's the worst that you can do to them. Now let's look at this. We had an opportunity here, thanks to Nixie, to check out the Night Phantom. This is what your inventory would look like if you had one of each of these Titanics. Look at that. The Titanic Wolf says that 9 exists in game, but I believe that it should be 8 because when I had a problem with mine, what they did was they gave me another one, but they didn't take out the one that exists. So it says one that exists, but it's like one more. The Titanic Dragon King, it says 2, but it should be 3 as of today. The Night Phantom looks gorgeous. 3 exists in the game. That's how rare these pets are. Now here's the most expensive and ridiculous comparison of all time in this game, the Dragon King versus the Night Phantom. As you guys can see, the crown on that is so large, it's so tall that it's taking up a bit of my screen. I have to actually zoom out to get the whole picture, but the Night Phantom looks gorgeous. I mean, both of them are. Both of them look gorgeous, and both of their wings seem to be the same length or the same width apart from each other. It's the same thing. The only difference is that the Night Phantom has a lot more room. It's covering a lot from top to bottom. There's more depth in those wings, so they appear to be bigger than that Dragon King. That's just my opinion, but that seems to be the case. Just looking at this for a while, I believe that's the only reason why the Night Phantom looks bigger. And you don't even see its entirety. You see their feet stuck in the ground because of the shop area, but if I move it somewhere else, maybe they're gonna be just lifted up a bit, only slightly taller. But something interesting that I found out yesterday is that the golden statue that you see in the shop area is basically the base model that made these Titanics possible. What the developer did was they took that as a basic model, they added some parts to it, and that's what the Titanics are basically based on. It's that statue over there in the shop area. And that's an interesting fact to know. In terms of value though, in the past we saw the Titanic Asgardian Wolf being traded for a value of 27 billion gold, and then the Dragon King, someone traded one of them today for a value of around 25 to 26 billion gold in value. So that's around how much these things should be worth or are worth right now, and just never know. Maybe they drop down in the future, maybe not. Who knows? And that's the end of today's video, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed that. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you can leave a like down below. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. That would mean so much more. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all on the next one.